It's just fun. And players want to come here with their families. This is such a great attended tournament, and they make it user-friendly. There's going to be a lot of birdies out there. If you get on the wrong side of the fairways or you short side yourself in some places, you're going to find some issues. But I'm telling you what, soft conditions, not a lot of wind. Man, this place is so much fun to play, especially when you're playing well.
Not bad. And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Just outside 10 feet to the hole here, right on 11 feet to be exact.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
John, have you got a good read on this one?
This one's going left to right.
Hey, nice looking line. Getting off to a great start at this event.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He's currently tied for third. Let's take a look at this par 5 second hole.
Par 5, players will be looking for the opportunities to make 4 here, but if they're out of position, 6s come on you quickly.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 17th.
Has he holed it? Rich, I know I've got more of a southern accent, but I certainly love being here in the Midwest, and we know the people of the Midwest just adore this tournament. It's a bit like their 5th major, isn't it?
Exactly, Luke. Coming here to TPC Deer Run each and every year, you know, it's such a great event to introduce the world to a new golfer that is trying to dig his way into the game and kind of make inroads on the PGA Tour. But yet what we find is that a lot of veterans end up winning this tournament. Steve Stricker comes to mind. Zach Johnson comes to mind. Jordan Spieth, though, got his first victory here. It's exciting because it really doesn't favor one player over another. It's just you got to have a solid game over 4 days on a golf course that usually yields a lot of birdies, but you have to take advantage of that, and that's not always easy to do because this golf course is no pushover, but it's always in perfect shape, especially on the greens. So you really have to take advantage of all the opportunities you have on these greens if you're going to post a low score and win.
Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row.
Sitting at -2 for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole.
Par 3, just 183 yards back up the hill. Semi-blind tee shot.
That was wonderfully done. This putt coming up is for birdie. And he's now the solo leader in this event. Let's go to the 4th. It's a par 4.
Par 4, 448 yards. Sweeping dogleg left to right. Big tree in the middle. Missed that. And you've got a simple second shot into a sliver of a green.
Yeah, that one will play. Lining up here after a bunch of birdies, Rich.
It's a good start to the day. Let's hope they can keep up the good form.
Not a bad play, that one. 14-footer. Oh, what a stroke. And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
down here on the 10th hole. Tony Finau's prepping his next shot.
Oh, be the right club today. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Par 4, this fairway chases away from the players down the hill, so tee shots will run forever, setting up a second shot that is very simple and straightforward.
That's nicely done. TPC Deer Run, Rich, is full of forced carries, and the 5th is no different.
I love the second shot. Should you find the fairway, you have a very simple shot down the hill where you can see the entirety of the green. You will go flag hunting with your second at the 5th.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. That's very impressive.
That is sending the rest of the field a message right there.
Leading by 3 strokes now. The 6th is a par 4.
Par 4 measures just 361 yards, but only the long players will try and drive this green. The others lay it up with an iron, wedge it on, hit it close, make your birdie.
Well, there he is, Rich, the lovable Tony Finau. He really is a fan favourite, and once again, he shows us why.
You know, what you don't see sometimes about Tony Finau is how intense of a competitor he truly is. You know, he might be all smiles out there on the golf course, walking around, looks like he's enjoying himself, which he is, but deep down, he wants to bury you. And not just bury you a little bit. He wants to take out that shovel and just keep on digging, baby. He is really one of these competitors out there that you don't see it, but you know that, oh no, Tony Finau, I got to go up against that guy. Ooh, you know, and he smiles at you in ways, you know, but yeah, no, he's a heck of a competitor.
Oh, what a performance, Rich. Absolutely dominating performance.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Welcome into the Quad Cities. It's round 2 of the John Deere Classic. Luke Elvey here. Welcome back. We're delighted you've joined us. Rich, this player's been doing really nicely, building that solid advantage over the field. But today's just as important as the first few, isn't it?
Of course it is. And the way they're playing, however, though, I don't see them going anywhere but up. I just find what they're doing out there to be fairly flawless. Now, is it possible they stumble? Of course it is. But I'm having a hard time understanding how that could happen.
Time to pick up our coverage out at the 4th.
We're about 140 yards out from here.
Opting for the 9-iron. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Big time play, that one, Beamer. Okay, time to return to the action. His second shot here. Good play there, Rich. I like it a lot.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Well, you like the look of those hands. It's just about 3 feet away.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that, time to tee off on the 11th.
Par 4, 428-yard tree line hole. Difficult driving hole all the way around, but should you find the fairway, the second shot on a little plateau just above the fairway is very basic.
That'll work there. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
5 feet coming up to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
He's currently sitting in first place. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Par 3 plays 208 yards from the back. In saying that, this is a good birdie opportunity as the green is massive in size.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, good look at a birdie here. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Just a slight break to the right on this putt.
Hey, that's a chance. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole.
Par 4 back up the hill, 418 yards, the widest fairway on the golf course. Avoid all those bunkers. Second shot up the hill to a narrow green that slopes off on both sides.
Playing this one about 130 yards out. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Putting for birdie here.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. Still in the lead now after that hole. Time to face a par 4.
Par 4, 357 yards. Almost every player in the field will be giving it a whirl. Knock it on, and you could be rewarded with an Eagle 2.
This is his second shot. Oh, absolutely flushed. This one's for birdie. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. Okay, after that hole, now at 22 under for the event. And through 36 holes, this player continues to shine out there in top spot.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
Amy Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought up by the league's elder statesman, drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt in his success one final time.
Rodgers gonna throw on first. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs too.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. Now he's past the 25. And he nearly gets him into the red zone as he's down at the 22. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Steelers have the first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. From the gun, give to Gainwell. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Rodgers from the gun. Throws caught. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
First and goal, Warren. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, it's Jalen Moore. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. And here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Not a lot of quarterbacks, Kate, who earn postseason wins each of their first 2 seasons. And that's exactly what CJ has done. He has become the face of the franchise down there in Houston. And now a little more help around him, and hopefully a better offensive line to protect him this year.
Stroud in the air to start us off. Has him on the quick hitter. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. He won't be able to get past the line. Very quickly, Brock. They're going to be facing third down to begin this ball game.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Stroud now on third. This connects with Higgins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 7 yards on that pickup. And it'll be a first down Texans.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Slot man motioned over. First down, Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in the loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing on third down. Stroud. Quick slant here to Kirk. He is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Up the middle, it's Marks. It's pushed straight ahead, and that's for maybe a yard at most. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
I think one thing you learn, Jake, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Stroud off the play fake. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Here he goes. Third and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush, because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Texans gonna kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. He's got it at the 24. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Steeler offense out ready to go for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
To the air on first down. Rogers. That's caught in stride by Fryermuth. This is 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Throwing the out route, complete. Gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage too until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Slot man in motion left. On 1st down, Warren. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Warren once more. He gets it ahead, lines up with about 3. Galen Bullock up to make the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Rogers. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's him the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Trying the left side with Warren. He has room past the 25. This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you're running on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
You know, we love to talk about corners. Those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Here's Rogers. He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Traylon Smith with the return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Texans to the line. First and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shove around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They go play action with Stroud. He finds Stover. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Hey, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. But both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a
17. And it'll be first down, Houston.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Gets marks on the handoff. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun now, first round. This is Kirk. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
The Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This one they're going to run with marks. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
On 2nd down, Marks. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lower the deficit to a single possession. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Texans 7.
6-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's Rogers on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Warren here from the gun. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs from the 37. First down. Here's Rogers. Austin's there to haul it in. And this one does not go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Rogers from the gun. To his running back, Gainwell. He's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Warren running between the tackles. He's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And they make the stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Rodgers will look to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. They bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body. And these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Gets him holding up. They're able to drop it. That sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
The first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Third and long for him here. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's 44 yards here from the left half. Boswell able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Texans sending their offense, and Woody Marks out there. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Stroud. Finds his fullback. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 33. From the gun, Sprout. Right side cut by Higgins. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a handoff to Marks. Plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Old Holcomb there on the stop. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This connects with Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
1st down, it's a run with Marks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On play action, here's Stroud. Taken in by Cook right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it. Going right
First down from the 41. Now we give to Marks. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the Steelers' 41-yard line.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Kirk comes in motion right. Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players, be dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and at times stuffing the run.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. This finds Austin complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the gun, give to Gainwell. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were.
Steelers on this 3rd and short. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. The Texans have Jalen Noel at the ready. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. And I'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoop, here comes 2nd and 2. In the gun, Marks gets it. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to throw this from the gun. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Texans 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Texans.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Stroud off the play fake. He'll get this one to Brooks. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. Pick up a 34 yards up. Mike Tomlin never afraid to tell the officials how he feels, and he's got the challenge flag out. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
Mike Tomlin shaking his head. That challenge is unsuccessful. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again. It's Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Here's a counter give to Joe. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Stroud on the sneak. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Marks. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Such a cool picture guys, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
From the 5-yard line, looks like they're going to try it here on 4th and goal. Running back sets in motion. Stroud gonna go on 4th down. He's got it to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans face a 4-point deficit. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game.
Texans 14.
Always set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Gainwell. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. This should be much beyond the line. A yard at most. Play made by EJ Speed.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's looking like a dreaded 3 and out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Out the middle, it's Morris. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down. After plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun now, first round. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw, Stroud. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. This connects with Schultz. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He gets 22 out of that play. It will be a first down, Texans. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud again. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Again, Stroud. Right side cut by Higgins. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it. It's in close. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans get some late points and the lead. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
At the 46-yard line.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw here by Rodgers. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Rodgers will look to throw. Clock isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. No to return this. And an excellent effort there sets them up almost in midfield. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the 3rd. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side.
make up for it.
From the gun, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain. Drive is in trouble. Gotta figure out 3rd and 12. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 3rd down. Stroud. Rolling into enemy territory. And this play's nearly gonna reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. So gain of 30 yards on that play. And it'll be 1st down Houston.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Running this off here to Marks. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then give a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Schultz with the catch. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Stroud now. They set up the screen here for Marks. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throw here, 3rd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that
return. Here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Pittsburgh in its offense, all set to go. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Rodgers set to pass. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Out now come the Texans on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. This is Marks. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play, and we've got 2nd and 8.
This offense has now left some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stop by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep.
throw. Third and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, Kit, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And the coverage team is there as he fields it to almost nothing on that return before he stops. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with 1. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Handoff here to Gainwell. And a productive run now on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can tie it up after hitting Peter in the 3rd.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers bring it back to even. at a tie ball game now as they send this away. No to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. In the pistol formation here first as they come to the line. In the pistol, they're going to run with Marks. And looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Stroud. He keeps it and takes off. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First down, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. It's Marks on the handoff. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Third and long, they're gonna throw. Strikes hit, the ball is out. But fortune on the Texans side. What their guys got to it. They're gonna keep the football. Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. drive partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Gainwell trying the right side. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now Rodgers dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle when you call a screen like that. Instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Trying an inside give to Warren. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. Play action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. To throw, Rodgers. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. That is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Rodgers gonna throw here. 3rd down. And they make the tackle at the 38. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Rodgers gonna throw on 1st. Throwing this one back in the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's going to open on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gabriel. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Rodgers from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Third and long for him here. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a third quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Going left with Marks. Real luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Let's go. This is Kirk. 3 inside 30. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
63 yards, the gain on the play. And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch, just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
1st down throw by Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. look. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning the 10 now. To the air on 1st down. Rogers has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz when he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play fake. Here's Rogers. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st down throw here by Rogers. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Now in midfield after that loss. Here's 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Rogers. Connecting with Metcalf again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Third down here, need 8 on the play. To the air on 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. He dodged the tackle. He runs it to the 25 before being brought down. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.